We all know that feeling. You're lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling. Your brain is a hamster on a wheel, running a marathon. You replay the day's events. You worry about tomorrow. You ponder the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. In the words of Douglas Adams, it's a deeply philosophical pursuit, but often it's just plain exhausting. If you've ever been caught in this mental loop, you're not alone. And there's someone who might just help you break free. Alan Watts. Have you ever caught yourself spiraling into a vortex of thoughts, unable to escape the incessant chatter of your mind? You are not alone. In a world that never stops, where the demands of daily life can overwhelm even the most serene soul, it's easy to find ourselves thinking too much. This is where the wisdom of Alan Watts comes in, offering a lifeline to those of us trapped in the labyrinth of our own minds. Alan Watts was a British philosopher known for interpreting and popularizing Eastern philosophy for a Western audience. His words have a unique power to cut through the fog of overthinking. Watts taught that life is not a problem to be solved, but an experience to be lived. This simple yet profound idea has the potential to transform how we see the world and ourselves. Born in 1915, Watts had an insatiable curiosity about the world. He delved into Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, and Hinduism, blending these diverse philosophies into a coherent perspective that emphasized living in the present moment. His teachings invite us to stop fighting with our thoughts and start flowing with life. One of Watts's most striking ideas is that many of our so-called problems are illusions. We perceive life as a series of challenges to be overcome, but Watts suggests this view is fundamentally flawed. He argues that life itself is not a problem. It's our perception that makes it seem so. Think about it. We often worry about things that haven't happened yet, or regret things that are long past. We create scenarios in our minds, spinning webs of what-ifs and if-onlys. This mental chatter distracts us from the present moment, where life actually happens. Watts encourages us to see these thoughts for what they are. Ghosts, phantoms of our own making. Imagine a neurotic personality, as Watts describes, endlessly repeating the same patterns, trying to solve problems that don't really exist. It's like running on a treadmill, exhausting ourselves, but getting nowhere. The key is to recognize the treadmill and step off. Watts often spoke about the ghosts that haunt our minds. These are the invisible forces that seem to drive our actions and shape our perceptions. One such ghost is the instinct to survive. We are constantly driven by the fear of not surviving, which manifests in various forms. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But Watts asks, what is this instinct to survive? When we look closely, we see that it's just a pattern of behavior, a habitual response to the world. It's not a tangible force, but a mental construct. By recognizing this, we can begin to see through the illusion and free ourselves from its grip. Consider the air we breathe. It's always there, supporting us without any conscious effort on our part. We don't think about the air pressure that keeps our bodies from exploding. It just is. Watts uses this analogy to illustrate how many aspects of life function seamlessly without our conscious intervention. The problem arises when we start to overthink and question these natural processes. Watts often used the metaphor of dance to describe life. In a dance, there is no goal other than to dance itself. You don't dance to get to the end of the dance. You dance to enjoy the movement, the rhythm, and the music. Similarly, life is not about reaching a destination, but about experiencing each moment fully. Imagine you're at a party and everyone's dancing. Some people might be self-conscious, worrying about how they look or whether they're doing the right steps. Others just let go and immerse themselves in the joy of dancing. Watts encourages us to be like the latter group, to stop worrying about how we appear and just enjoy the dance of life. This idea is liberating. It means that we don't have to have everything figured out. We don't need to have all the answers. We can simply be present and engage with life as it unfolds. Watts' book, The Wisdom of Insecurity, is a profound exploration of how our quest for security creates more insecurity. We seek to control our lives, to make everything predictable and safe. But in doing so, we become even more anxious because life is inherently unpredictable. The more we try to secure our future, the more we distance ourselves from the present. We build walls to protect ourselves, but these walls also trap us. Watts suggests that the only real security comes from embracing insecurity, from accepting that we cannot control everything. Consider the story of a tightrope walker. The walker's security comes not from the rope being perfectly stable, but from their ability to balance and adapt to the rope's movements. Similarly, our security comes from our ability to navigate the uncertainties of life, not from eliminating them. Watts teaches that one of the keys to a fulfilling life is letting go of control. We often try to micromanage every aspect of our lives, believing that this will bring us happiness and success. But this approach only leads to frustration and disappointment. Life is like a river. You can try to control the flow, building dams and channels, but ultimately the river will find its way. It's much more effective to learn to flow with the river, to adapt to its currents and enjoy the ride. Imagine you're rafting down a river. You can fight against the current, trying to go upstream, or you can go with the flow, navigating around obstacles and enjoying the journey. Watts encourages us to choose the latter, to let go of our need to control and instead embrace the natural flow of life. One of the most powerful lessons from Watts is the importance of being present. We spend so much time caught up in our thoughts, reliving the past or worrying about the future. But the only moment we truly have is now. Watts often used the analogy of music to illustrate this point. When you listen to a piece of music, you don't just focus on the last note or the next note. You enjoy the entire piece as it unfolds. Life is the same. It's a symphony, and each moment is a note that contributes to the whole. Practicing presence means fully engaging with whatever you're doing, whether it's washing the dishes, talking to a friend, or taking a walk. It's about being mindful and appreciating the richness of each moment. Watts frequently spoke about the illusion of separation, the idea that we are separate from the world around us. This belief creates a sense of isolation and disconnection, leading to anxiety and suffering. In reality, we are deeply interconnected with everything and everyone. Watts used the example of a wave in the ocean to illustrate this point. A wave is not separate from the ocean. It's a part of it. Similarly, we are not separate from the universe. We are expressions of it. Understanding this interconnectedness can transform our perspective. It helps us see that we are not alone, but part of a larger whole. This realization brings a sense of peace and belonging. One of the most liberating aspects of Watts's philosophy is his embrace of mystery. He acknowledges that there are many things we cannot understand or explain, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's wonderful. Life is full of mysteries, from the vastness of the universe to the depths of our own consciousness. Instead of trying to solve every mystery, Watts encourages us to revel in them, to appreciate the beauty of the unknown. Imagine standing at the edge of a forest, looking into the shadows. You don't know what lies within, and that's what makes it exciting. Similarly, the mysteries of life add depth and richness to our existence. Embracing them allows us to experience life with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Watts' teachings ultimately point us toward a profound joy in simply being. This joy is not dependent on external circumstances or achievements. It's a deep, inner contentment that comes from being fully alive and present. Imagine the feeling of a child playing in the park, completely absorbed in the moment. There's no worry about the past or the future, just pure, unadulterated joy. Watts invites us to reconnect with this sense of playfulness and spontaneity. This doesn't mean that life is always easy or without pain, but it does mean that we can find joy even amidst challenges. It's about embracing life in all its forms, the highs and the lows, the light and the dark. 1. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. Take moments throughout the day to check in with yourself and be fully present. 2. Let go of control. Identify areas in your life where you're trying to control too much. Practice letting go and trusting the process. 3. Embrace uncertainty. When faced with uncertainty, remind yourself that it's a natural part of life. Instead of resisting it, try to see it as an opportunity for growth. 4. Find joy in the present. Make a conscious effort to find joy in the present moment, no matter what you're doing. 5. Connect with others. Foster connections with others, recognizing that we are all part of the same whole. Share your journey and support each other. Alan Watts' teachings are timeless because they address the core of the human experience. In a world that is constantly changing, his wisdom offers a steady foundation. By embracing his insights, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and ease. His ideas resonate with people from all walks of life because they speak to universal truths. Whether you're a student, a professional, or a retiree, Watts' teachings can help you find peace and fulfillment. Alan Watts teaches us that life is not a problem to be solved, but a dance to be enjoyed. By letting go of our need to control, embracing the present moment, and finding joy in simply being, we can free ourselves from the shackles of overthinking. So, the next time you find yourself caught in the whirlpool of your thoughts, remember Watts' wisdom. Let go, breathe, and join the dance of life. It's a beautiful, messy, unpredictable journey, and that's what makes it so wonderful. Embrace this journey, and let Alan Watts' teachings guide you to a life of presence, joy, and profound fulfillment. Life is too short to spend it lost in thought. It's time to start living.